She's like, I know all about your little chippy that you have on the side. You know, of course, I also know about those illegitimate kids of yours, too. Like, don't you even think for a second that I don't know they're yours. Hi, everybody. This is Lady Sweetheart, and welcome back to the Disney Princess Challenge. So as you can probably tell, we are actually in the castle with Prince Noel today. It is the next day from where we last left off. It's the day after Thanksgiving, and as you can probably recall, Prince Noel had a pretty late night with Nivia and his children. It is dinner time, and he's sitting here with his father, King Jonas, and with, you know, the lady we all hate, because she is the lady keeping Prince Noel and Nivia from being together and from being with their one true loves. And they're just sitting down having dinner together. Prince Noel has actually just come down for the day. You know, he slept in really late. And as you can probably tell, Lady Tremaine is not very happy with him. You know, she's basically bringing up the subject of him being out at all hours of the night and just coming down for the day at like 5 o'clock in the evening. She's not happy at all. So she is very much letting her displeasure with Prince Noel's behavior be known. And wisely enough, King Jonas decided he was going to excuse himself from the dinner table and from this awkward conversation. And if you are a Cinderella fan, you may recognize these two little toddlers in the corner. These are actually Lady Tremaine's daughters that she had before she married Prince Noel. So this is little Anastasia and little Drizella. And looking at their mother and the way she's acting right now, I can't help but feel a little bit sorry for them, even though I know they're destined to be meanies. So Prince Noel is telling her, look, you know that I go to Granite Falls all the time to fish, and you know, I've been doing that since I was a boy, and that's all that's been going on. And Lady Tremaine is basically saying, you know, that's bullfish, but she's probably using a different word. You know, she's basically like, what do you take me for? You know, I'm not an idiot. I know all about. She's like, I know all about your little chippy that you have on the side. And she's like, look, I have known about her since before we even got married. I know you think you've been getting things past me, but you haven't. So here is a big bomb that's being dropped. Lady Tremaine married Prince Noel knowing that he was in love with someone else, and she didn't care. So Prince Noel's basically like, well, why the heck did you marry me if you knew I was in love with someone else? And why have you been keeping a secret all this time that you knew? And she's like, look, I don't care about you. I don't care about your feelings. I don't care about you, period. You know, I just basically wanted the crown. And that's the only reason I married you. She's like, honestly, you can keep your little side piece, but you just need to be discreet about it because I won't be made a fool of, Prince Noel. So she's basically telling him, look, Noel, here is the deal. Like, you get to keep your little side affair with the woman you love as long as it doesn't interfere with me, my image, and what she's really concerned with is she wants one of her daughters to inherit the crown, which I'll explain a little bit more in a little bit. Lady Tremaine is basically like, look, I don't care about that dumb idiot Nivia. You know, she can have you. She can be the woman in your heart. She can be the woman in your bed. I don't have any interest in any of that. Just be discreet about it. So she's not really upset so much about him being out all hours of the night. She's more upset about the fact that she doesn't feel like he's been very discreet in, you know, his going-ons with Nivia. And I mean, I kind of see where she's coming from because he's honestly spent more waking time there than he has here. And I think she's just afraid, look, like the paparazzi or somebody is going to get wind of this. And Noel, for his part, you know, he is basically telling her some things that, to be honest, is a good point. You know, Prince Noel has been raised as a prince his whole life. He's like, don't you think I know how to keep the paparazzi away? I have people that do that for me. You know, he's like, I have staff whose job is specifically to keep the paparazzi from me. You don't have to worry about that. So yeah, come to find out, Lady Tremaine doesn't care about his affair with Nivia. What she does care about is that someone could find out. And Lady Tremaine is telling him, you know, of course, I also know about those illegitimate kids of yours, too. Like, don't you even think for a second that I don't know they're yours. I'm not a fool. So no one better find out about that either, Prince Noel. And he's like, you know, it's important to me that I'm in my kid's life, and that's not going to change it. She's like, look, don't you get it? I don't care. I just don't want people finding out about it. And as you can see, Lady Tremaine is feeling much happier now that she knows that she got her point across to Prince Noel. So basically here is Lady Tremaine's motive. Unbeknownst to Prince Noel, or King Jonas, or anyone else from Prince Noel's kingdom for that matter, Lady Tremaine is unable to have any more children. So after she had Anastasia and Drizella, she found out a while ago that she is not able to have any more kids. And she obviously left that detail out when she got Prince Noel and King Jonas and everyone to agree to this marriage, because obviously King Jonas would not agree to have his son married to someone that could not provide a royal heir. And Prince Noel definitely wouldn't have agreed to it. We know how important children are to Noel. So this is a little secret that Lady Tremaine is keeping under wraps. This is not something that anyone else is aware of except for her. Her motivation is that the custom in Prince Noel's kingdom is if the heir to the throne, which would be Prince Noel, if he doesn't have any biological children of his own, but he has a spouse with children that belong to them, as Lady Tremaine does, that the crown will actually go to his stepchildren. So her motivation is she wants either, I guess it would be Anastasia, because according to this, she's the oldest. I always thought of Drizella as the oldest, but you know, I'm not really sure. So according to the laws of the kingdom, the crown would actually then go to Anastasia. You know, she wants to become queen when King Jonas dies and Prince Noel takes on the crown, but she also wants Anastasia to take over in the next generation. Oh my goodness, and Prince Noel, bless him, even though he's in a bad mood, he is still trying to talk with his stepdaughters. As much as he despises Lady Tremaine now, he still is caring for her daughters, which is such a Prince Noel thing and such a sweet thing to do. Just really reflects on how much he loves children and what a good heart he actually has. Every episode, I just feel more and more sorry for Prince Noel, as well as Nivia. So anyway, I think it's high time, though, that we get back to Nivia and the toddlers. Okay, so we are back with our regular family. It is the next morning. Obviously, when we left Prince Noel, it was pretty late out. Also, Cinda has been using this really adorable piece of CC. This is by Panda Sama Sims, the same creator who did these trampolines and the rocking horses and the stove along with Ravasheen. And it is basically like the art table, but for toddlers, like where they can draw pictures. And this was meant to be a picture of little Cinda's parent. It didn't specify like mother or father or whatever, it just said parent. But I'm kind of thinking that that is probably Prince Noel based on the hair. I don't think that would be Nivia. So I'm actually going to put that in her inventory. And I'm going to have her give that to her dad the next time she sees him. Draw Corona. Oh my gosh, they did not. Okay, draw some Corona there, Cinda, because it's not like we're not all thinking about it enough. But yeah, it's super cute. So let me just kind of show you. Oh, and Blair is using one of the new Panda Sama Sims items as well. Yeah, see, look, she's just drawing her little picture of Corona. Nivia's on the toilet on her phone. I mean, that's kind of gross, Nivia. I get that you're probably trying to avoid your toddlers somewhat, but you could probably not do that on the toilet. But yeah, this is the little xylophone. It also is included. It said that it improved their imagination, but I think it actually is like using her thinking, which, you know, we don't have a lot to do for the toddlers. It helps their thinking, so I don't mind that really. This is also a new item, and this is like the little, I think it's called a rock-a-stack. Yeah, and that will also help her thinking, because as you can see, she's getting pretty close to maxing out her skills. I mean, she's already where we would need her to be for a baby challenge, but you know, we might as well try to get them as close to maxing out as possible. since we're not at 7 toddlers yet, Nivia is over here playing with little Grumpy. That is adorable, but how is he doing? I think he still needs help on the potty, so I'm kind of have to keep an eye on that since he can't go by himself. Harper is finishing her breakfast, and we'll get her working on some stuff too after that. So yeah, that is pretty much where we are at. Oh, and Nivia, with her pregnancy, I believe she is in the 3rd trimester. So we will be seeing her give birth pretty soon. Oh my gosh, Harper is so close to being able to use the potty on her own. You know what? I'm going to have her come over and draw a chicky nuggie because she really needs to work on her imagination. She has basically no imagination skills. So I think that will help her with that. Okay, so she is going to potty train Grumpy. And then Cinda, honey, what are you working on? You're working on your movement, but you've already maxed your movement out. So I kind of rather you work on something else, like maybe you can come play with the Rock-a-Stack. Oh, and thank you to everybody who suggested that for the windows. A couple of you suggested to just basically build a little room on the outside of the windows with some plants or some green or blue walls. And so that's basically what I did. And I do agree that it looks so much better like that. You know, it kind of looks like they're looking out on something. So thank you so much for that suggestion, because I would not have thought of that on my own. So it is Saturday, so I do have to have Nivia kind of clean up since the maid doesn't come on the weekends. But yeah, this is basically life in this household. It's just, you know, taking care of little toddlers, taking care of a pregnant lady who's already hungry again at 1:42 in the afternoon. You know, Gavin's over here jumping on this little trampoline, also by Panda Sims. They just do the cutest stuff for toddlers. They really do. And it really is helping his movement skill. I feel like it goes just as fast, maybe even a little faster than the toddler slide. So it's pretty good. And oh my goodness, could he be any cuter? There's just something about little Gavin Grumpy that just melts my heart. I just want to give him a big hug. Blair is sad. Oh, her social's low. So she's over here talking to her mama. Aw, I want to give her a hug now too. The talk about princesses one makes me laugh because it's like, well, little do you know, your mom is actually a princess. And I guess technically they would be too, I think. I don't know, I'm American, so sometimes the whole royalty structure confuses me. But since their dad's a prince and their mom is a princess, they'd be something. They're royal babies somehow. Also, you'll notice I did change some of Nivia's outfits. It is starting to get colder. You know, we just had Harvest Fest. It is day 14 of 14. It's about to be winter. So I kind of put her in some warmer things. And I also tried to dress her in some outfits that I thought looked like they would be comfortable if you were pregnant, because she still has to be pregnant one more time. I feel like this face here pretty much encapsulates how Nivia probably feels about what her gen's challenge is. Like, why do I have to be the gen that has 7 toddlers at once? And can't even have a spouse to help me because we can only fit 8 in the household. I think that's what that face was. I'm glad to see that the toddlers will finally sit and eat here instead of just plopping in front of this case and just sitting on the floor. I'll be interested to see if that's fixed in my 100 Baby LP too, because they were doing the same thing. Like if you set the food on a counter, they would just plop down on the floor in front of the counter. And great, Gavin Grumpy's messing his diaper. Wonderful. It is the middle of the night. It's actually almost 4:30 in the morning, and Nivia has gone into labor. So I will let her come and use the potty really quick, and then we will meet the new babies. So as I'm letting her do that, I am going to be pulling up your name suggestions. All right, Nivia, let's have these babies, hoping it's babies anyway, if our luck continues. And I did go through and check the comments from the last episode, well, actually the last couple episodes, just to check out your dwarf names so I know what I'm going to go with this time. Okay, so it's a boy. So this one we are going to make our Doc Sim. And the name that I saw the most for Doc, this was actually suggested by more than one of you, wrong letter. So I do want to use it. It is Devin. It was spelled a couple of different ways, but I'm just going to spell it like this. So we've got Devin, Doc. I'm glad we did have another little boy too, because I feel like poor Grumpy was getting outnumbered. But then we have a girl too. So we've got Doc. I do want this one to be dopey. I kind of like the whole opposites thing we've got going on, because we've got like Cinda and Blair, which, you know, we have one independent, confident toddler versus one clingy and bashful toddler. And then we had Happy and Grumpy. So I feel like now Dopey and Doc, it's a good opposite thing, because, you know, you've got Doc who's going to be serious and studious, and we've got Dopey who's more silly. So I kind of like this whole opposite twins thing we've got going, and I just wanted to continue that. So for the name Dopey, the girl name that I saw repeated a couple of times was actually Dolly. I guess there is a place called Dolly Daydream in England. We don't have that in the US, but that's where you're getting it from. I love that suggestion, and I think it makes total sense. So we are going to name her Dolly Dopey. All right, so let's meet little Devin Doc and Dolly Dopey. Thank you guys again so much for all the name suggestions. And of course, they come right out the womb needing something. So it looks like Devin needs a diaper change, and he also needs to eat, which means little Dolly is hungry too, because they both come out that way. That's just the way it goes. So Nivia, I know that you probably want to have some breakfast or go to bed, but you're going to have to take care of these two little doll babies first. I mean, they are awfully cute. In the morning, we are going to have Nivia invite Prince Noel over for that one last pregnancy, because we are at 6 kids now. We only need one more, and it is officially winter.
A few moments later.
Well, what do you know? I was just having Nivia finish all of her stuff, like using the restroom, taking a shower, and then she gets this text from Prince Noel wanting to know if he could come over. That is perfect. I mean, I was going to let her take a shower first, but you know, you can go ahead and head over. We're not going to complain. So I think the toddlers are going to have to stop and get some breakfast here soon. And then let's see if we can see Prince Noel. Here he is. He is running. He knows what time it is. He knows it's time to make that 7th baby. And he is clearly excited about it. Honestly, he's probably excited to meet his new babies too. And oh, he is just coming right in, making himself at home. So Nivia is coming over to greet Prince Noel with a kiss. And she is, of course, going to ask him if they can try for another baby so we can get to the 7th baby. And of course, right on cue, Devin Doc decides he's going to start crying right when it's time for them to make him a little brother or sister. Okay, so they are working on that last baby that we need. Let's check on the kids. Gavin Grumpy is finally up using the potty, and I do believe everyone else should be eating their breakfast. Cinda is getting so close on her skills, and I believe that Blair is too. But I figured I would try to have at least some period of time where all 7 of the kids are toddlers at once. But we'll see. I mean, if we have to wait a really long time, like, I might not do that. Because we're talking at least 3 or 4 more days for this baby that they're working on right now to become a toddler. Yes, please come and take care of little Devin's diaper. I believe that's why he's crying. Prince Noel doesn't have his usual PJs on, but you know, we're not going to complain about these either. You got dressed too soon, Prince Noel. Okay, it did work. And of course, she wants to right away go and share the news with Prince Noel, who's probably going to be happy. Wait, why is he texting her to go on a date? She was just in the bathroom for a few minutes. I guess he couldn't wait for her to get out of the bathroom before asking her. No, if you didn't notice, we have like 6 kids here that we need to take care of. So yeah, I'm gonna have to pass on that date thing, Prince Noel. But if you want to help out with the toddlers, I mean, we're definitely not gonna stop you. In fact, I think, is it Gavin? Somebody needs a bath. I mean, Gavin's getting pretty close. They're all pretty much gonna need baths. So if he wants to stick around and do that, that would be quite helpful. Oh my gosh, Devin, you are needy. Devin is definitely the more needy twin between him and Dolly. At least the toddlers are doing what I told them. That makes things a little easier. It's so adorable listening to them sit and talk with each other. It's just so cute. So I'm gonna have Cinda see if she can get her dad to give her a bath. Since Nivia is quite occupied with the babies right now, and you know, I do want to, it looks like they're hungry as well. I do want to try to build her relationship with them so that we can age them up. Because I'd like to do that before the end of the episode. Okay, Blair, what do you still need to work on, honey? Imagination for sure. So yes, going and playing at the dollhouse is an excellent thing for you to do. Oh my gosh, as soon as Nivia gets one of the babies in the green, like the other one starts crying about something. Aw, Harper wants to come talk to her dad. That's so sweet. But is he giving Cinda a bath? She got up here really fast. I mean, she does have fully developed movement, but still. Aw, of course he's gonna give little Cinda a bath. Prince Noel's such a good dad, and it really does break my heart. And I was glad to see, too, in the comments that some of you are also quite sympathetic to Prince Noel like I am, because I know on the surface he probably appears to be a little bit of a jerk, being that he's, you know, cheating on his wife. But I think when we all understand the circumstances, we can see beyond that. So I was really happy to see that. And then Prince Noel, when you're done giving Cinda a bath, I'm pretty sure little Gavin needs one too. In fact, they all kind of need one, but I think Gavin's the worst. Okay, so Cinda's got her bath. So let's see if we can get him to give Grumpy a bath. And sweetie, you really need to go potty, and I think... No, Prince Noel, you can't go yet. Please stay. Yeah, she is close. She's close to getting where she needs to be. Aw, poor Harper's crying. I think it's because her daddy's leaving. She's breaking my heart. It probably is hard on these kids because Prince Noel does come over almost every day. So that's probably enough that, you know, they feel close with him. Oh, I forgot to have Cinda give that picture to her dad. Maybe she might have to do it when she's older, though. I don't know if toddlers can give gifts. I want to say that they can't. Also, Nivia, you are not good friends with these babies yet, so please come back. Oh my goodness, Prince Noel said he was leaving, but Grumpy is still coming to ask his dad if he'd give him a bath. He came all the way outside to ask him, and it looks like Prince Noel's waiting on him. Are you gonna make it? Oh my gosh, he's all the way over here. And look, he did wait on him. Okay, he's came all the way out here to ask his dad for a bath, but he's saying he can't. Okay, yeah, that was a waste of time. No, don't you dare. Don't you dare use your diaper. Oh my gosh, this maid is totally gonna be hating us tomorrow. Poor Gavin has to walk all the way back inside now. Yay, Nivia became good friends with Dolly.
2 hours later.
Yes, she just became good friends with Devin. So you know what time it is. So Nivia, go ahead and age these little babies up. I'm super excited. They'll probably age up with gray hair, just like all the others, but you know, it's fine. Okay, so Devin aged up. So we did want to give Devin the inquisitive trait because that matches his personality. He's got blonde hair like his daddy. That's adorable, especially since our other boy has dark hair. So I like that. That's cute. All right, it's time for Dolly to age up. And she's got dark hair like her mommy. That's adorable. Okay, so Dolly aged up. And what did we want to give Dolly? We wanted to give her Silly, right? Because she's dopey. Yeah, so she's our silly toddler. All right, so let's go ahead and start with little Devin Doc. Oh, he got his mom's brown eyes. We don't have a blonde-haired, brown-eyed child yet. And honestly, I feel like he looks so much like his dad. So I kind of like that he got something from Nivia. But let's go ahead and take a look at Dolly. But she's got her dad's blue eyes. Interesting. Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and make these two over, and I will meet you back when I am finished. All right, I just finished making over Devin Doc and Dolly Dopey. So let's go ahead and start with Devin, since he is the oldest. I actually kept the same hairstyle that Devin aged up with. I just changed the color so it would match Prince Noel's, just because I think this hair is so stinking cute on him. And I love that it came in the exact same color that his dad has. And yeah, I did go ahead and give him glasses. I don't usually give toddlers glasses because I feel like in real life, it's not that common that toddlers wear glasses. I mean, it happens, but I feel like it's not very common. But since it's Doc and the Doc dwarf has glasses, I just thought, you know what? Let's just give him glasses. I think it's cute. So I decided to do it. And you will see that I went for the color gray with Devin. I just thought it looked really good on him with his coloring. So these are the outfits that I gave him. I love his hot weather outfit. Kind of makes me sad that it's about to be winter in the game, meaning we're probably not going to ever see it. So yeah, that is a little Devin Doc. So let's go ahead to Dolly Dopey. So this is little Dolly. So I made purple her color. I just thought it looked really stunning with her hair and eye color, and we haven't used purple yet, so that's why I decided to do that for her. So you will see that I did give her a lot of purple, and again, I kind of went all out with her formal because I thought, you know, her mom grew up a princess, so to her a formal outfit is like a gown. And even though she's not living that life right now, I just think that's probably her mentality. So yeah, these are Dolly Dopey's outfits and Devin Doc. I hope you like them, and I will see you back in the game. All right, so we are back in the game. Poor Nivia is starving. It's 12:30 at night, but I do also need her to give little Gavin Grumpy a bath, so I'm going to be having her do that, even though he wants to go to bed. And here are Doc and Dopey in game. Luckily, their hygiene is good. So this is little Doc. So here he is up close. Like, he just melts my heart. I just think he's such a doll. And here is little Dolly Dopey, just dancing around, being silly like she is. So cute. I just love Nivia and Noel's kids. I don't know what it is. They're just so cute to me. Okay, good. It looks like Nivia is giving poor little Grumpy his bubble bath. But I'm actually going to go ahead and end it off here. Yeah, I love how Grumpy's hair color changes for the bubble bath. That's great. Don't forget to like the video if you enjoyed it. And let me know what you think about today's episode and what you thought about Lady Tremaine already knowing about Prince Noel's affair, even before seeing them last episode. Don't forget to drop a comment below. I always love hearing what you have to say. It honestly makes my day. You guys are the best. And I'll see you later. Bye.